Hello, genealogy friends. I am Carly Morgan from Family Tree Notebooks, and I've missed you. I took a week and a half off with my family. I'm just getting back into the swing of things, and it's fun to actually have a business where I truly kind of miss talking about genealogy. But my family and I had a really nice break, and I don't know that we're totally recharged for the holidays, but we're a lot closer than we were. And I did catch a cold, because those of you who've known me for a long time know that I basically can't leave my house without catching a cold. But other than that, we had a really good time. I wanted to pop on because the Black Friday sale is still going on, and it's Black Friday week, and there's something else coming out this Friday that you guys have been waiting on. I am really overwhelmed with Black Friday this year. Not my sale. My sale has been going great. Thank you to everybody who's bought the starter packs and the holiday bundle, and then the color folder. Not surprisingly, the color folder offer has been selling a lot because it's a very good deal. That I can't remember if the color folder or the starter bundle is my top seller, but they were like neck and neck when I left. Anyway, no, I've been kind of overwhelmed with the Black Friday offers coming in. And I was thinking about how much I liked Black Friday when I was younger, and how feels a little less fun. And I was really glad that I started a lot of my Black Friday stuff at the beginning of the month when I feel like I had more enthusiasm for it. And I think what it is it used to be that if you wanted to do Black Friday, you chose to do it. Like, you left your house and went to the stores, or you got the newspaper out and opened it and then figured out what was on sale, by looking at the inserts. And now it's in my email, in my my social networks, the way that I'm connecting with my friends, it's just everywhere. There's so many things to buy. There's so many things on sale. I don't know if you guys feel like that. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I was actually, and then I felt bad, as a business owner, I was am I adding to the chaos because I've got these sales and then I've got this other thing that's coming out. But so maybe last year I won't offer as much, just because it is a little overwhelming, isn't it? And we all only have a certain amount of discretionary spending, either for the holidays or to take advantage of things that we've wanted for ourselves that are now on sale. And it's really wow, the entire world just went on sale, and now I'm overwhelmed and I just want to stay at home with Coco and turn all of my computers off. Anyway, I digress. The thing that's coming out this week. So the stuff that's on sale is still on sale, and it's going to be on sale through the end of November. But the things that are coming out, I've got a new thing coming out on Friday. And Friday is also when the enrollment for the masterclass opens up. And if you're not familiar with the masterclass, that's my fault because I haven't been talking about it enough. The masterclass is the class where I really take people not only through the building a notebook process, but we go through getting all of your genealogy organized, how to conquer that feeling of overwhelm when you just have boxes and albums and everything, and you've got stuff all over your computer. And then we go all the way through that, and then getting it organized, and then turning that into a notebook, and then what to do with your notebook, and the next steps after your notebook. It's a really good class. I'm very proud of it, and I've been teaching it. This version of it I introduced last year, but I've been teaching a version of this for the last few years. And it's been great. And my students are always great and are always really generous, sharing their success stories with me. So I don't have it open all the time because it's a lot. I give a lot of attention to my students when it's open. And so last year I only taught it once. This year I'm actually going to teach it twice. So I wanted to let you guys know that in case you're overwhelmed with Black Friday. And you don't feel like you're ready to commit to the class when it opens up on Friday. But I'm going to teach early in the year. That's the enrollment that's opening up on this Friday. That class starts in January. It's a 6-week class. And it's each week you get these pre-recorded videos, but then depending on which level you have, you also have a live chat and a Facebook group to interact with and things like that. So there's a live component, but it doesn't have to be live. So if you're worried about your schedule, you can do it completely on your own schedule. And then in July, so fast forward to July of 2024, when I do the Christmas and July sale, I'll open up enrollment again. And then that class isn't being taught until August. So if you enroll now, you get to take it in January. If not, you basically have to wait until the next school year starts, because I don't have time in my schedule to teach it again until then. So if you aren't ready and you want to be patient, then that is coming up. But if you want the class now, then enrollment opens on Friday. When enrollment opens on Friday, just to give you guys a warning. Sorry, I feel like I keep tapping my leg and I'm bouncing the video. I apologize. When enrollment opens, I am going to have a first day discount and bonus. I always do. And yet people are surprised. The enrollment period is going to be open for 2 weeks. So you don't have to enroll on Friday, but if you enroll on actual Black Friday, it will be, there's going to be a discount, and then you also get a special bonus. I'm not going to reveal the bonuses just yet. There is a bonus. I always do a bonus that just goes out to like that year's class. And then there's an additional bonus. And for those of you who already taken the class today, you're like, oh, what if the bonus is really good? It is something that's going to be also available for sale independently. So you don't have to miss out. But if you're thinking about taking the class, then you might want to consider whether or not you're going to be ready on Friday, just because you'll get a little bit more bang for your buck if you enroll on actual Friday. What else? So right before I left, I really feel like I dropped this and then vanished, because I honestly sent out an email and then I just shut my computer and told myself that's it, because I tend to be kind of a workaholic just because I like my business. But that email that I sent out had November's new pages, and I dropped them and left and didn't talk about them at all. So I just wanted to go over them really quickly. It was funny. This month was a lot of pages that I couldn't believe didn't already exist. They came from people asking me if I had these pages, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally have them. And then I looked at the library and was like, how do I not have these pages? So there were a bunch of blank pages. There's the family recipe and the family story. I didn't have a blank page. They just said family recipe and family story. I only had lined pages, or unlined, but with the little information areas. I didn't have anything for people to just put their own image, or to just type whatever they wanted, which is really unusual for me. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I included a regular recipe because somebody asked. They have a recipe for something that their grandparents enjoyed on their honeymoon, which I thought was really sweet. So it's not a family recipe. It's a recipe from the restaurant, but they included that in the book along with a honeymoon picture. And I thought that was really a great story. So there's a recipe page that's just blank. This is recipe. There were also blank pages for birth and death. I do have blank pages that say birth records and death records, but somebody requested that they just wanted birth and death so that they could organize information differently if it wasn't necessarily a record, but maybe a story or something like that. So I put that in, and then I put in a blank page that just said wedding. And I also put in an actual wedding page with the information. You guys, I have an entire wedding bundle, and somehow I didn't have a wedding page, which doesn't make any sense. And I was sure. I was like, I'm going crazy. I know I have to have created this page. And then I went and looked at my books. I had the page that I had been using, but I just never put it up for sale. So that finally hit the store. That was such a basic genealogy page. And here I am 4 years into the business. And I was like, how did it take that long? And then pulling from other requests, I did include an ancestor spouse page, which is just a variation of the spouse. I've got spouse and spouse profile, now ancestor spouse, first wife, second wife, things like that, or first spouse, second spouse. But somebody just wanted an ancestor spouse profile. That's fine. So that's out there. And then I included the profiles for granddaughter and grandson, because I've now realized that people are really using the pages to make books of all types. And there was somebody who needed them for a holiday book. I have lots and lots of page requests. Sorry, my dog's mad at the mailman. I have lots and lots of page requests in the archives, and that's growing all the time. But I am thinking that with a very consistent schedule, we'll get a lot of those cleared out in 2024. And if you're not sure, especially if you've bought access to the color folders, but you don't know how to stay on top of what new pages are coming out each month, that's why you want to be on the email list. You could also be on the email list if you sign up for the email list, and you get some free pages so you can just try things out. And they really are totally free, and they're the same pages that I sell. You just don't get that many of them. And they're teal, which people are always like, oh, I didn't want free teal. I wanted free this other color. Well, then you have to buy them. So that's how that works. Anyway, those are the pages. I'm not going to give you the hint. I thought about releasing a calendar of what I was going to put out each month, but honestly, it's a half and half. I have pages scheduled from the request list, and then half the time I also leave space for pages when people email me and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure that page exists. and it does, but I haven't put it out for sale. So I cannot release a calendar that would be reliable, but just know that I am aware of the fact that many of you have requested pages. Okay, as we wrap up, I do want to get back to, I want to do more of these videos. I have a lot to share, and there's just so much that's constantly coming out and so many different things I want to talk to you guys about. And I am so appreciative of those of you in the community who lift each other up and help each other out when I can't be there. If you have anything that you'd really, really like to see, I always welcome emails, or you guys can bring it up in our Facebook group, the Family Tree Notebooks Genealogy Facebook group. But I think that it's been a pretty good year. 2024 is going to be exciting. I can't believe 2023 is almost over, but I feel like I always feel like that in November. And I love New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday because I love fresh starts and goal setting. And I also love a good solid wrap up. I'm looking forward to putting together books about this little holiday that I just went on with my family. And, you know, I tried really hard to be mindful on the holiday, which is tough. I've got 3 kids and we did go on vacation. And so it's really easy to slip into mom management mode where you're just trying to get to the next 10 minutes with everybody in one piece and all together, and nobody's crying, nobody's poking each other. But I tried really hard to be mindful so that I could help myself build those memories and think about what was going on. And then I also took a lot of notes so that I could write stuff down. And I'm going to be putting that together into a book. And I also want to think about like what happened this year and write some of those things down. Because we have to remember that part of genealogy is not only digging way back in the past, it's recording our own histories for our descendants. I will, I'll share this something really quick. I made a little thing. So my family went to Disney World. That was where we decided to take our little holiday vacation this year. And I got I got a popcorn bucket. And it's cute. It's actually a music box. There's a wind-up thing on the bottom and it plays music. But once we got home, I cleaned it out and then I put in some park maps and I put in some little stickers and some bracelets from the Christmas party and this little food and wine guide. But I used this little blank book. I actually get these in like packs because my kids like to draw on them. But I put some stickers on the front, and then we did like ratings, and we talked about where we went, and I included a little like scrapbook type ephemera, and then we got some autographs from some of the cast members that we saw when we were there. And it was just a fun way to sort of make a little time capsule for our trip. And you know, this isn't another super archival thing, but at some point when the kids are older, they'll be able to pop this open and they can remember this trip. So as the holidays go on, think about what little things can you do so that you can contribute to your, the archive. Okay, now we've got holiday music. Aren't we lucky? All right, stop. Okay. On that note, I'm going to go have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating. If not, just have a wonderful rest of November, and I will talk to you guys very soon. And for those of you who are thinking about enrolling in the masterclass, I'll be sharing information this week. So if you're curious, tune in.